Caution lights go out. And no start.
Jesse Ford not liking the start there. So they're going to re-rack and restack and try her again.
All right, so looks like the 81D Justin Dose being admonished, as it looks like he might have tried to jackrabbit it a little bit, which caught Danny Vanderveen off guard. And of course, when the guy outside of you, who isn't supposed to be starting the race, the guy on the pole is, jumps, you drop the hammer and go, and that's what happened. This time, Jesse likes to start. We're green, and it's going to be Vanderveen with the early advantage. Bolte now to second, as here comes Erickson right behind him. Now Bolte to the inside. Can he get by? No! Vanderveen's going to take sole possession of the lead. Bolte and Erickson second and third, and then running around in fourth, that is going to be Dose with the 50S of Fedler running out your top five.
Danny Vanderveen, the bridesmaids, with the race lead. Here comes a battle for second between Erickson and Bolte, though. Erickson on the top side, Bolte on the bottom in the 29X. Pushes a little through the center. As Jaden Erickson is going to come to your second place spot now. Jason Bolte going to battle back on the bottom. Going to try to get back around that 440 of Erickson. Not going to happen. Dose back to fourth, and then Fedler at the back of the pack. But out in front, it's the 69V of Danny Vanderveen. Oh, as Bolte bobbles a little bit coming off of turn 3. He's going to have company of Fedler here before too long, with Danny Vanderveen clicking off another lap.
Ah, yes, with Bolte bobbling, that's allowed the 81, that little Ford race court of, sorry, my screen went blank there for a second. Justin Dose to catch up to the back of him just a little bit. Now, oh, problems, the 29X of Bolte off of the power. He is off the throttle. Dose is going to go by him, as is Fedler. But coming down to take the white flag, it's going to be all Danny Vanderveen up front. However, Jaden Erickson starting to reel him in. Question is, does he have enough time to catch and pass Vanderveen as they are heading down the backstretch one more time?
Danny Vanderveen going to come into turn 3 and 4 for the final time in this heat race. Jaden Erickson in that second spot. Justin Dose in third. Fedler in fourth, but here comes Bolte going to put up a last lap pass here for that fourth spot. Is he going to be able to? No. He's going to end up fifth. That 29X, as he came down the front stretch, didn't sound like he lost power. Seemed like that car popped out of gear, as you could hear the RPMs way up top there as he came down the front stretch. So tough luck for Jason Bolte in the 29X, but we will see him back out here for the feature. 8A.
Real quick, while we're still under formation laps, for all those here at the new Raceway Park, just a reminder, you guys need to stay away from the fence. We do not want you, we hope it doesn't happen, but just in case we have a repeat of last year when Dallas Williams ended up in the flag stand, we don't want to have anybody along the fence getting hurt or worse. So please make sure you're staying away from the catch fence.
One of the most important things here, yeah, so please stay away from the catch fence as these cars are going around the track. We would hate to see something happen here on the front stretch, so please stay away from the fence while racing. As it looks like we're going to get ready to go for this heat race here, Jesse Ford's going to look at him, wave the green, and we're heat race number 2 racing. Anthony Clark to the outside. He's going to have the slight advantage going into turn number 1, but Mark Lemer in the 55L in second, Gilbert Adape in third. As it looks like Drake Schroeder is bobbling a little bit and off of turn number 2 and is going to get the 4th spot to Connor Brown. And then Gary Grable in the 11G at the back of the pack.
Anthony Clark once again winning the season opener this year, as he is taking and starting to pull away a little bit from the battle for second, as Gilbert Adape now going to go to the outside of Lamer. Lamer once again trying to fight back on the inside, nothing doing, as it's going to be Gilbert Adape now in second. That'll push Lamer back to third, Brown still in fourth, and the 24 Schroeder still in fifth. But look at this, Scotty. Looks like the 7G of Adape starting to reel in the leader of Clark. We'll see if he can get by him.
As he's going to pull to the back bumper of the 8A machine, the 7G is on a mission. He's pulled to the back bumper in turn 3 and 4 as they come through 1 and 2 now. Gilbert Adape, oh, slide bobble. He's going to lose a little bit of momentum, but still holds on to the second spot. 55L of Lamer still in third, and Connor Brown in the 35X in fourth. But Anthony Clark, 2 laps to go for your race leader.
Anthony Clark still with the rear bumper full of Eldape right now. Eldape can get to the back bumper but cannot capitalize, and he is running out of time as they're going to come down and see the white hanky in the air. 1 more lap to go. Once again, Eldape snugs right up on the back bumper of the 8A of Clark. And meanwhile, we got another battle going as Lamer is in danger of losing third to Connor Brown. Eldape, gets a little bit sideways. That opens up just a little bit of a gap for the 8A of Clark as you're going to sail it down to 3 and 4 one more time. Eldape trying to drive it in. Not going to happen. Anthony Clark's going to win. Gilbert Eldape second. At the line for third is going to be Mark Lamer. Connor Brown's going to be fourth. And rounding out the top 5 is going to be Jake Schroeder. So the caution light is going to be going out as they will be going green this next time out of turn number 4. They're doubling them up, giving instructions over the Raceway radio system. Of course, for those that are kind of new and don't know what a Raceway is, it is a one-way communications tool where the officials can talk directly to the drivers. I actually have one myself, which helps me to listen in case someone gets, as Jerry Van Sickle would say, bad dog, no biscuit at work.
And green flag's going to come out, and we're heat racing with heat number 3 here. Austin Honeycutt with the advantage into turn number 1. Taylor Brown in the 35 JR, Justin Myrie, and then the 28R of Trent Reed. Here comes Ramsey Meyer. Ramsey Meyer on the outside from the back to the front. He currently holds your second spot, but that 21R is a-coming. And he's going to have company up front with the 3A. Austin Honeycutt still with the race lead. Ramsey Meyer in that second spot currently, but he's making a charge. 21R to the back bumper of the 3A machine as they come into turn number 3. Ramsey on the low side. Honeycutt pushes up the track. Slight bobble for the 21R as he holds on a second. Pushing way up the track is the 28R of Reed, and he's going to lose a few spots.
Trent Reed with a flat right front tire, unfortunately. Almost caught the wall, but right back up front. We once again have a battle as Honeycutt drifted up just a little bit, almost a little contact with Meyer, but no harm, no foul. Look at the 3A of Honeycutt trying to hold off Ramsey Meyer, and I'll tell you, wow.
That's not an easy thing to do either.
Absolutely not, as we've seen Ramsey Meyer dominate here when he shows up. But right now, Austin Honeycutt putting up a career-defining race against the former national champion in Ramsey Meyer and holding him off right now as there's 2 laps to go. Let's see the white flag this time by.
Back deeper in the field, RJ Escueda has made up a couple spots in that 18 car as he's trying to battle Justin Myrie in the 13M coming into turn number 3. White flag coming out, 1 more lap to go for Austin Honeycutt trying to hang on to the lead. Ramsey Meyer with a slight bobble in turn 1 and 2. Going to pull to the left rear quarter panel of the 3A. They're going to be side by side now coming into turn number 3. Austin Honeycutt pushes up the track and hits a rut. Contact! Contact made between the 3A and the 21R.
Honeycutt wins!
Honeycutt took the win. Wow!
Wow. You know, we always knew Austin Honeycutt could drive, but that is a career-defining heat race right there, holding off the likes of Ramsey Meyer. And even with a little bit of contact coming out of forward drag race, Austin Honeycutt is going to be your winner. Ramsey Meyer second. Taylor Brown in third. The 18 of RJ Escueda fourth. And the 13 of Justin Myrie rounding out the top 5. But wow, way to go for Austin Honeycutt.
And it was not easy for him. He knew Ramsey Meyer was going to be somewhere back there and held him off.
Row number 6, rolling off 12 is going to be the 55L of Mark Lamer and the 81D, Justin Dose. And ladies and gentlemen, as they come out turn 4, this is your parade lap. Get up, give them a wave, and let them know you appreciate them coming out to put on a show for you.
Starting outside of row number 5 in the 35 JR, that is Taylor Brown. Inside the 440 of Jaden Erickson.
Starting 8th is going to be the 18 of RJ Escueda, and into his inside the 50S of Brandon Fedler.
Outside of row number 3, driving the 21R, that is Ramsey Meyer. To the inside, the 3A of Austin Honeycutt.
Row number 2 to the outside is going to be your defending track champion, the 69B Danny Vanderveen, into his inside the 35X of Connor Brown.
Your front row is going to see Gilbert Eldape on the front row with Anthony Clark in the 8A on the pole.
Caution lights are out We are A feature racing on M&T Motorsports Memorial Day weekend. Anthony Clark's going to lead him down into turn number 1. Gilbert Adape now sitting in second, but it's a gaggle for third, fourth, and fifth. As you have Brown, you have Vanderveen. Ow! Wow! Brown in the 35. That's Connor Brown. Ends up driving over the left front of Ramsey Meyer. Meyer falls back.
Oh! Guard into the wall and up and over.
That's
Jaden
a
Erickson.
Wow!
Oh my goodness, Jaden Erickson in the 440 getting sideways on the front stretch here.
For those that are at home on Advanced Racing TV, you just saw he was moving around in the car, so that is a good thing. Unfortunately, MedStar Rescue Team, great that they're there, but they just blocked the shot. So as far as we know, he is still moving around as we saw him trying to get unbuckled.
As the 440 of Jaden Erickson goes up and over.
I do believe he is out of the car. He is walking around the back side of it. So give Jaden Erickson a round of applause.
As you can see, he is out of the car right there, assessing the damage to his machine. Glad to see him out and moving around under his own power.
You know, each week he's been here, he has been consistently fast, and unfortunately, he's got a lot of work to do to be able to come back next week. All right, so
we're going to look at the replay here a second. Yeah, like you said, you just got sideways on the front stretch coming into turn 1.
Well, it looks like it was 3 wide between the 50S and the 55L of Lamer, and unfortunately, Erickson he was on the inside of 3 wide, caught the left front corner of Lamer, which turned him sideways, much like we saw with Kyle Davis and the 1M of Carl Monroe in the B feature.
And just caught the wall just right and got him up on the bicycle. Looked like he was going to land back on his wheels, but Jason Bolte in the 29X unfortunately nowhere to go. And Jaden Erickson went up and over. Yeah, 3 wide battle there, as you just saw on the replay. Coming around just into the wall hard on the nose, and like you said, up on the bicycle here, and Jason Bolte nowhere to go, unfortunately. And
but you know, he runs a dark side chassis, and kudos to the chassis builder on that car. That car held up awesome, and he was safe. All right, so complete restart, 12 laps to go. Lights are out. And we're going green with the compacts again. It's going to be Anthony Clark with the early advantage. Once again, Gilbert Aldape into second. The battle is on for third.
Oh, trouble turn 2, though. Trouble turn 2.
Looks like the 28 of Reed.
And the 14C of Cheyenne McCauley.
Oh.
Caution coming out. Reed and McCauley getting together at the bottom of turn 2. McCauley gonna back up and drive away, or not. Doesn't seem to be any damage to the 14C car. All right, RPMs are going to come back up, and we're back A feature racing. M&T Motorsports Sport Compacts and Lee Clark back to the race lead. Gilbert Adape in second. Here comes Danny Vanderveen on the outside. Danny Vanderveen and Connor Brown side by side, and along comes Ramsey Meyer into the top side as well. There's your top 5. Austin Honeycutt trying to make a charge to the 21R, not going to be able to get it done. Anthony Clark still with the race lead, though. 7G of Aldape in second, Danny Vanderveen in third, Connor Brown on the low side in fourth. Now, Ramsey Meyer, your top 5, side by side, though, deep in the field between Justin Myery and RJ Escueda, side by side through turn number 3 and 4. Looks like Cheyenne McCauley, a little bit of damage to the nose of that machine. Well, that's not stopping the 14C. Side by side for second now, Danny Vanderveen. Here comes the bridesmaid. Danny Vanderveen to the second spot. Oh! Contact between Gilbert Adape and Connor Brown in the 35X. Gilbert Adape finding a hole there in turn number 3. He's going to lose a couple spots. All car going up in smoke though. Jason Bolte in the 29X gonna try to limp it into the infield. Is he gonna be able to?
And we got a battle for the lead going right now as Vanderveen just gets by the 8A of Clark. Now Anthony Clark trying to see if he can get back up to Vanderveen, but here comes Ramsey Meyer. And caution is out, as looks like Justin Myrie not able to make his way, or he stopped up in turn.
And Jason Bolte stopped on the backstretch too, up in smoke in the 29X. Megan Brook of Sioux City. Andrew Harris is the favorite driver. You just won $40 courtesy of S2H Motorsports and Racers for Autism. And Craig, thank you for that $100 for the hobby stocks. Greatly appreciated.
Hey, Amber, if you can send somebody up here, that would be greatly appreciated.
But Megan Brook, $40 coming your way as we go back to green flag racing.
Danny Vanderveen's going to lead him off for the Delaware double file restart rules, but look who is on his inside. We've seen this battle 1,000 times, and we've never seen it before. That is Ramsey Meyer. Ramsey Meyer to the inside of Danny Vanderveen. Ramsey is the whole reason Danny got the nickname the bridesmaid. Vanderveen wants nothing more than to beat Meyer straight up. Oh, a little contact going into one.
Side-by-side battle, though, for the race lead. Ramsey Meyer on the inside. Danny Vanderveen on the high side. Coming into turn number 3 and 4. Ramsey hits the hole in turn 3. Vanderveen on the outside, though, in the 69V. He's going to have the lead at the flag stand. Danny Vanderveen slight advantage over the 21 Martin Dillard at top 8. Back to third. Connor Brown in fourth. And Anthony Clark, your top 5. Best battle on the racetrack as Anthony Clark loses power.
Oh, no.
Anthony Clark losing power. He's going to pull it into the infield. But we got a battle up front, and oh my goodness, as we got car into the wall on top of turn 4.
As a 55 Ella Mark Lamer. That is going to put a little ice water on this hot battle for the lead right now. All right, so caution lights come out. This will be the final restart of the event. Remember, either checkered or caution will end the race.
RPM's going to come up, green flag's going to come out, and we're back A feature racing. Danny Vanderveen, Ramsey Meyer side by side for that race lead. Ramsey Meyer with the slight advantage coming off turn number 2.
Oh, they're beating and banging, their contact.
Contact between the two cars. Ramsey Meyer, your new race leader. Danny Vanderveen pulls to the back bumper. White flag coming out. Next flag is going to end the race. Ramsey Meyer with the race lead. Danny Vanderveen in second. Gilbert Adalpe in third. Connor Brown fourth. RJ Escueda, your top 5. Coming into turns 3 and 4 for the final time. This could be the 21R of Ramsey Meyer.
Ramsey Meyer's going to win. Danny Vanderveen second. Gilbert Adalpe third. Connor Brown fourth, and RJ Escueda rounds out your top 5.